Hey everybody, welcome in and patch notes. It's patch notes day, and this is some very well welcomed patch notes. And to start it off, Big Hero 6 is coming back, Trident Tower is coming back, Sully's Potions, and Gizmo Duck Pass Holder. So that's all going into the pattern that we've seen of the event towers. And then I was surprised to see Big Hero 6 coming back already. That means we've got to start preparing for Beauty and the Beast to come back. And we could pretty much guess that Gizmo Duck with the event coming now. So now let's jump into the very interesting things. Character refreshes. First to Baloo. This is massive. So his basic guaranteed to chain to target opponents. So that's very good. And then it's going to inflict offense down, which is very good. It's a very underrated uh, negative effect, but it helps so much, especially against all these hard hitters out there. Increased chance to inflict offense down by a certain percent, so that's always going to be good. The more chance to do it, the better it is. Now, special A, crit chance up is now guaranteed. This is massive. Before it was like 30% chance. Now it's guaranteed. That is huge. This is actually going to make this very useful. And then to get on top of that, now grants speed meter to a teammate that whoever is going to give it to, and then doubled on wild characters. That's massive. Good that it can be used outside wilds, and massive with a wilds team too. And then let's go down to more. Calls the target teammate to use their basic attack on opponent. That is gives them buffs, and then they go on attack with the crit chance up. That is huge. That is huge. I like that. And it's going to go in with all these basic team builds, and there's gonna be a lot to like with this. Special B, now guaranteed to convert one random helpful effect harmful to a continuous healing. So it's like a quick little purge or a cleanse to a healing, and then wilds get double. They get a +1 as well. The passive now guaranteed to activate with a magic cost of 2. So previously it was a chance. Now it's going to happen every 2 turns. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll have a good little look into that later. Upgrades that increase chance to activate now increase healing instead. So that's kind of nice. Give it more healing because of it. But we'll actually see how that goes. But he is looking very solid. Especially that just the buff to his special A, the guaranteed crit chance up as well as the speed meter, and then the basic on top of that, that is huge. That is huge. Alright, now let's jump on down to Shere Khan. Now his basic is going to give stealth, so that's pretty cool. It's going to help him hide there. Bonus damage now caps at 10, so this is kind of what we saw with like Scrooge. It's going to mean he's not going to be as hard a hitting as he was when there was stacks and stacks of harmful effects. If Shere Khan has stealth, continuous damage can't be resisted, so that's really good. I'm all for that. Special B. If Shere Khan has stealth, the attack can't be evaded. That is huge. With all the evades and things like that happening around and all the chance to evade, this is massive. But yet again, bonus cap damage now is capped at 10, so he may end up doing less damage for people who are just stacking up bad effects. If this attack defeats a target, Shere Khan gains a certain amount of speed meter. So I like that. That's pretty cool. Now that brings us down to Merida. And Merida's basic. Now this is, I think, a really a huge buff and needed for that princess synergy. That she is now going to get repeat. She's now going to have a chance to repeat the attack per princess teammate. Now it's going to depend on how much the chance is. But say if it's like 10% per princess, if there's 4 princesses on the board, 40%. If there's 20% per princess, that's going to be up like 80%. And that also depends if it's going to be 1-2 attack, or if it's going to be like 1-2-3 attack. Those things will depend. So I'm very interested to see how this is actually working. And then it goes down to, if empowered, this ability is unavoidable starting at level 1. So that's massive. So I'm guessing they're going to build in an empowered state. So when she used to get 4 wisps and then she used to use them, now it looks like, I'm guessing when she gets 4 wisps, then she gets to turn empowered or something like that. So that'll be interesting to see what those changes are, and I guess we're going to see it soon. So Special A, if empowered, chance to inflict continuous damage is guaranteed. Now that's great, because previously, like with Merida, you could always choose, well, do I want to AoE, do I just want to get a few continuous? Now it's going to be like, you're going to want to get empowered as soon as you can, so you can get all these extra effects. And guaranteed continuous, that is needed, and I think that's going to be well welcomed in her kit. So let's go down to Special B. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. If empowered, purge all helpful effects from the target before the damage is dealt. And then the attack is unavoidable starting at level 2. So if you got her leveled up to level 2, then the damage is going to be unavoidable and you're going to be purging. That is huge. That is huge. Having an unavoidable purge that then stacks a heavy amount of damage, that's massive. And then they've reduced the magic cost from 4 down to 6, and then the initial magic from 4 down to 2. So previously you would start with 4 magic, and then you had to wait 2 turns to activate it. Now it's going to be still waiting 2 turns to activate it, but it's only 4 magic, so you can actually use it more often rather than like a once a game type of ability. So that's well welcomed, and man, that is huge. That's a massive buff to Merida, to Wilds, and to the princesses. That is a big change. That is huge. Alright, so now this is where we're going to see where the empowered comes in. Passive A, so this is where her wisps are. The first time Merida gains 4 wisps, gain empowered and guaranteed crit. Getting guaranteed crit as well, wow, that is going to be massive. Guaranteed crit, and then you can get an unavoidable purge all hard-hitting damage attack. She is looking solid. Okay, and then empowered adds additional properties to all of her abilities, which we've just seen, and then gain a bonus offense per wisp. So if you 1, 2, 3, or 4 wisps, then you're gonna have, guessing it's gonna be like 5% or 10% or something like that. So that's nice, because that's gonna help her along the way, not only when she's empowered. So it's gonna slowly build her up, and then she's gonna go wild. That's cool. I like that. Now, Pocahontas, the next. She's been well needing a buff for a long time. So long time coming. She's a princess, and then she's wilds as well. So huge buff to wilds and princesses this time. So her basic, they've removed the chance to inflict continuous damage, which was honestly kind of like, why? Why did Pocahontas have continuous damage? So they've removed that, and then they've replaced it with haste for 2 turns, and then chance increases per wild's teammate. So that's massive. So her getting haste more at gear tier 8, she actually has decent standard speed, I should say, not decent, but standard speed. So getting haste will actually help that and help her move along faster. Now, I'm all for that. The continuous damage was a little bit random and out of place with her, so I'm all for that. Now, Spirit of the Wolf, this ability grants speed meter to primary target. That's huge. That is huge. So, boom, help someone get a turn, and then if their wilds get offense up for 2 turns instead of 1 turn. So if everyone else is going to be 1 turn, wilds 2 turns. All teammates adjacent to the primary target gain life drain at level 2. So before this buff, it was a chance. Everyone else had a chance to get it. So at level 2, it's going to be boom. Adjacent ones get it now. So that's massive. You can plan a whole lot more, and you're going to be able to plan your placement a whole lot better with this too. And then Wild's teammates adjacent to the primary target gain speed meter at level 2 as well. So that's huge. That is a huge buff to Wild's characters. Wow. So potentially you can even just give this to, if you place, say, Merida and Pocahontas together, either on a princess team or a Wild's team, you can get them both getting the offense up, both getting the life drain, and both getting the speed. Just keep that in mind if anyone's making a princess team. Keep those two together. Alright, let's carry on. Special B, so Colors of the Wind, now is going to cleanse 2 harmful effects. That's well welcomed. The one was just like, with all the bad effects going out at the moment, you definitely need more cleansers. And then 2 additional cleansers from wilds. That's huge. That is like 4 cleansers. That is, for the most part that you're playing, you generally don't have 4 effects on. Now, some teams, you will have a stack more debuffs, but for the most part, you can generally run them out of after a turn or 2, or you don't have that many. So that's huge. Then, heal all teammates with a bonus heal per harmful effect cleanse. So if you've got like 2 harmful effects on every single character, that's going to be healing. So say what, 10 lots of healing, or whatever, how much healing that is. That can be massive. This is making her potential to be very relevant, and have a lot of hope in the meta, especially at Gear Tier 8. Maybe before Gear Tier 8, because she's like 88 speed, which is like, yikes. But at Gear Tier 8, she has at least standard speed. So at Gear Tier 8, I would like to see what she's going to do. Alright, now passive, her Spirit of the Dead, now guaranteed to activate. Now that's good, because previous things with chance, especially when you're dealing with them, especially if they're their main abilities, it's kind of like we got all these characters giving so much, and then all these other characters who only had chances to do something. So it's nice that they're now becoming just like a lot of the other characters, and actually you can actually choose to use them for what you want to use them for now. So that is a massive plus. Now, targets teammate with lower speed meter. So now it is going to choose whoever has the lowest speed meter, and then give them speed meter. And then if they're wilds, it's also going to give them haste. So that's going to massively speed up a wilds team whenever she's activating this. And that is going to be like, boom, give them speed meter and then give them haste. It's going to make them have turns, and that's going to be awesome. And then you can potentially choose also with turn orders. Like, okay, I want this person to have a turn, then I want Pocahontas to go next, and then it's going to give them more turn speed meter and haste so they can go again. That is a lot of potential, and just getting your players and characters to have more turns is always good. And then, on top of this, if the target has full HP, they're going to get evasion. So it's going to heal them if they don't have full HP, and then if they have full HP, going to give them evasion. That's massive. So start of the game, going to be giving evasions out. End of the game, most likely going to healing them a bit, and then helping them to have more turns. That's amazing. And then for her leader, now they've added bonus percentages for Wild's heroes. So that's nice. Nice that they're just building things in. So she was a buffing all hero characters before, depending on their class. Now there's going to be bonus percentages for Wilds. So that's good. That is massive. That is a huge amount of buffs. And these characters are getting a lot of love. So I'm all for that. Baloo and Pocahontas. Baloo, Pocahontas are really going to be having the opportunity to shine. So, because they were both right at the bottom of the tier list, but just because they're so slow, just don't do much. But now they're going to be, especially the special A here, they're guaranteed to give those crit chance up, as well as the offense up, as well as the giving speed meter and everything else. That is definitely going to be huge. I like that. I like that a lot. Making them give a basic, that is probably like the big sell for Baloo, and I'm all about that. Now, actually, there was one more thing I wanted to look at with him, is that with his passive, let's have a quick look at his passive here. So now, this is going to be guaranteed to happen. So previously, let's have a look here, on turn start, oh yeah, so, every 2 turns, eh? Baloo. We'll see how this goes. I think he's going to have a lot of healing about him. That is going to be good. and I think there's going to be a lot to love. Now, this right here, this is going to be huge. The choose your fate, being able to purge first, and then especially if it holds the ignoring defense. So if it's going to purge, ignore defense, and then damage, then become also unavoidable, that's massive. That is massive. Oh, the updates are already in and live. They're already in. Wow. There we go. So updates are live now. Go check these out for yourselves. I was gonna be live tonight at server reset because that's normally when these go in live, but at server reset time tonight we will be live if you want to hang around and see me there and test out some of these characters, because we've got them up, we've got them ready. I'm picking big things for Merida. I'm just putting that out there. I think she's gonna be pretty amazing. Just can't wait to see. Lots of things to test, lots of strategies. I've got so many things in mind now, and wow, I can't believe they're just pushing these updates earlier now. Whereas Pocahontas has gone up in the world. She used to always be sitting down there at the bottom. There she is. She's all the way up here now. Ooh. Okay, and this is just showing you how good she's going to be. So let's have a quick little look at what the percentages for that is. Here we go. So wild teammates gain an additional 4% of each stat. Okay, so if their defense is going to get 6%, if their offense is going to get 12, that's kind of nice. So especially if they're, okay, you can use that with any wilds, villains or heroes, or you can just use them with hero wilds and then get more. Oh no, it's wild heroes, so it's not villains at all. Okay, take that back. So these have been amazing buffs, and I can't wait to check them out. I will be going live tonight, probably around server reset or so. So if you want to check me out, Twitch is in the description below if you're not already following me there, or head to my Discord, also in the link below, and I'll be notifying people when I'm going live there. So those things said, I am excited. I am very excited to see what these characters are going to be all about. Big changes, massive changes, and they've been well needed and going to be well welcomed. So can't wait to hear from you guys in the description below. I'd love to have your guys' support if you want to see me live, and we'll see you guys very soon.